I'm obsessed with lighting, and I want more people to experiment with light fixtures and their choice of lighting, especially in the gaming community. I've noticed a lot of people, when they choose lighting for their desks, and even YouTubers, they choose the ring lights. It's like, choose something a little more interesting. And now I want to show you some light fixtures I'm obsessed with. Maybe it'll give you some ideas. It'll introduce you to some light fixtures you didn't even know existed, you didn't know was possible. These are just cool light fixtures. So we're going to start with the smallest source of light, and that's going to be candlelight. And I want to show you some candle holders that are just... Who knew you could have a candle in a rock? Imagine if you made it, though. Pretty easy, probably. You just have to get a rock, drill a hole, carve that out a little bit, and then put a candle in it. There you go. You can make it yourself. And that's just a really natural element to have paired with a source of light. And one thing I'm obsessed with right now is really anything made from like aluminum or brass, stuff like that. I find really interesting. I really want a candle holder, but for the wall. You could have them like closed shut, or you can have them just face open. Some have doors. Like, the choices are endless. Again, you can make these as well. And speaking of light on the walls, let's talk wall sconces. I found some really interesting ones. Some of them are vintage, so you can't really get them. They're selling for a lot. But you can, again, make them, which I will eventually try a wall sconce. But for now, no. The cool thing about making your own light fixtures or trying it yourself is you get this raw, unique design to it. Because for me, for example, when I tried to make my chandelier shade, I was not as skilled as the people that I saw who I was referencing. They're amazing, and I didn't have the exact tools or the exact materials, but I found something very similar that worked for me and gave a similar effect. But again, I didn't have as good of skills, so there were wonky lines, wonky sewing. You get this raw structure, and you kind of get to appreciate the imperfections that it brings. And it doesn't look like anyone else's. You could have the same reference photo, but if everyone who wasn't a professional tried to make the same light fixture, it would come out various ways. Let's talk about lampshades. And this could refer to table lamps, floor lamps, or ceiling lights that have a kind of shade to them. So you can have different colors, different textures to the lamps. You can have different materials to make the shade. There are people who do it themselves. They make their own lampshades, and they use really whatever they want. You can use sticks, fabric, like whatever material you want. It just has to be safe around light, and it can't be too close. So if you're going to make your own, don't put it too close. Have it, where it can't catch fire. Like, I could look at these all day. I can scroll and scroll and scroll and just find so many cool light fixtures. I want all of them, but I can't. But my one tip to you to try experimenting with your lighting is make it yourself, because you are going to learn so much about the imperfections and appreciating those imperfections. You can just have so much fun with lighting, from candlelight to table lamp to LED overhead light to warmer backdrop light. There are just so many options. There's layering of different light sources, having 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 just for one single purpose, making a YouTube video. So experiment more with your light choices. Lighting is so important, and it's in everything that we consume, everywhere that we go. It's just so important. And if you have more fun with it, if you experiment a little more, I think the cooler our spaces can be.